As I speak on the JJ Redick situation, I gotta watch these Dalton Connect highlights because I'm a Lakers fan and I need to see who we got. Everyone's saying that the Lakers got the best player in the draft or the most ready to play player in the draft and SEC Player of the Year, Dalton Connect. So let's talk about the JJ Redick situation while we watch the young fella get buckets. And if you didn't know, the Lakers hired a new head coach, JJ Redick, former NBA player, former Duke legend, who was hosting his own podcast along with showing up on ESPN periodically. And he had recently started a podcast with LeBron James himself this past year. And there was a lot of hate for the move. A lot of people were calling out for not nepotism, but white privilege. A lot of people were saying that he wasn't qualified or that LeBron did Darvin Ham wrong because they feel like LeBron makes the decisions, or if he can keep a coach or get rid of a coach, he will. And they did not like that JJ Redick got the job because JJ Redick has never been a coach outside of his son's youth teams in basketball. And he was just a media member currently or previously. And that was really all the experience he had outside of being a player. But if you think about the situation, if you think that LeBron wants his certain coach and he needs to have his certain coach, why would you not get the coach that he wants you to have? He is the franchise. He's the face of the franchise. He is still the face of the NBA, whether people like it or not. Like, people watch LeBron, talk about LeBron more than anybody else specifically. And JJ Redick is a smart dude. If you had watched their podcast, watch him talk, listen to him speak, he knows the game. And he's someone that also has the player experience and the relationships and the ability to harvest those relationships with players because of that experience. So I think Windhorst said it. The Lakers basically have went for a hybrid coach by getting JJ Redick, which means that, in most situations, coaches are either, lifetime coaches or long-time coaches that just have that coach experience and they rely on like tactics and the analytics to be their strong suits. Think of a guy like Eric Spoelstra that was a video coordinator that turned into a great NBA coach because of his ability to break down film and teach and apply his concepts and tactics and schemes. And then you got guys that are in those positions because of their former player status that can relate to players, motivate players, get the players going, and just coach them on a different level and relate to them on a different level, make them feel comfortable, like a guy like a Jason Kidd. And you also could say Steve Kerr was that, but Steve Kerr was also sort of along the lines of a hybrid coach because he also took some analytical approaches to it, but he learned the game from some great coaches in terms of Phil Jackson. Uh, he, he, he and Greg Popovich. He's different. But JJ Redick is the guy that is a mixture of those two things. He is going to be speaking and coaching from a position of analytics and data and the modern NBA. But he also has that former player experience where he can just relate to and understand the players. The strong suits that he has will definitely benefit the current Lakers team because the Lakers need someone that can help them generate more offense and cover up some defensive weaknesses and just play a smarter game. LeBron is someone that understands analytics, but he doesn't fully want to give into analytics. And JJ is someone that could possibly get him to feed more into the analytics to help him be even a better player at this stage in his career and preserve his body and shoot higher percentage shots or take higher percentage opportunities. And the weaknesses that I am concerned about for JJ Redick is obviously that experience, being able to deal with certain things in terms of dealing with the media, those rough patches in the season where you got to figure out ways to get players out of slumps or motivate them in a little different way. That comes with time and preparation and practice. Trying to get your speeches better each and every time. These are NBA guys though. Like, it's only so much motivation you can give them. These guys have to be self-motivated. You're playing at the highest level. But also with that, he needs to have some guys that are strong voiced guys. JJ Redick is obviously a dude that takes no bull. He's very dogmatic about some of his approaches and his beliefs, but he also needs someone that's going to be sort of the in your face guy as well, because I don't see him as being that type of coach. He's more of the I have my numbers, I have my own experiences, and I pull from those. But sometimes you need someone that can just pull something a little extra out of them. So he needs a guy like that. Obviously, he needs a guy that has head coaching experience, a veteran on the staff, and he's going to need a player development guy to develop the players, take them through their training, the things that any NBA staff has. But I definitely think that JJ Redick got this job for the right reasons. It wasn't just because they wanted to give it to a young, smart-looking white guy. He actually fits what the Lakers need. The Lakers need someone that LeBron can buy into. They need someone that can help them play in the modern NBA and can help them become more analytically sound. And they just need a fresh face that the fans believe in. Because Darvin Ham, whether people want to admit it or not, Darvin Ham was not really a favorite amongst the Lakers fans. People would talk about how he always had his hands in his pants, his pockets. He really wouldn't say a whole lot. Basically, that same treatment they used to give Ty Lue before he won. But Darvin Ham just did not, to me, seem like someone that was able to get the best out of these Lakers. I feel like Darvin Ham would have been better for a younger team. I feel like any young coach is better for a younger team, because those guys need someone that is going to put the right things into them in terms of mentality and mindset, and making them play with intensity and heart and all those type of things. But when you got an older team, a team that's competing for a championship, you need those tactics, those schemes, those analytics. Just like the whole Mark Jackson situation in Golden State. Mark Jackson was seen as the motivator type of guy. He fits in that mold. But his schemes weren't utilizing the Warriors to the best of their ability. So Steve Kerr comes in there, who also was a former player, like I said before, but he also brought the scheme, the tactics that unlocked Steph Curry, that unlocked Klay Thompson, unlocked Draymond Green to play what I consider to be the highest level of team basketball we ever saw. And they won 4 championships because of that. And they're still, kicking around trying to get one more championship. Who knows, they will. But you need a guy like that to push you over the top. It doesn't have to be a white guy. It doesn't have to be a racial thing. But you need someone that can unlock the team to the next level. And I personally have seen that myself. I've been in situations where we had a coach that was a great motivator, great mental guy, but his tactics, schemes, and adjustments just weren't up to par. And the team needed that, and we did not get to the level we were supposed to get to because we never got that part. We had got all the other stuff, but we needed that extra part. And a lot of coaches just don't have that. That's a skill. That's a skill. It's also maybe a gift, like to see the game a little bit differently. So I think the Lakers got the right guy. Looks like they got the right draft pick, too. I know you've been seeing all these buckets Dalton Knecht is getting. He looks like an NBA scorer for sure, especially for the Lakers team that we have now. They need someone else to give them a punch, because you can't put everything on LeBron and AD's shoulder or just the start lineup in period. Have a guy like that you can bring out the bench or insert in some in-game lines to bring shooting and scoring. As long as we can get his defense better, as he said himself, like he went to Tennessee to become a better defender, I think that he's going to be a great piece for the Lakers this year. And maybe, he develops into a really good player. That's all I want to talk about with the JJ Redick situation. I think that this was the right move. I don't care about the fact that he wasn't, quote-unquote, qualified. He seems like the guy that best fit the Lakers, and I'm happy he got a job because I like how he thinks. I like his mind. I like how he looks at the game. So I'm excited to see what they do.